You're up, Commissioner.
All right, Bannock County Commissioners are in session. It is Tuesday, January 6th. Welcome to the new year, everybody in the audience. Glad to have you here today. We don't have any indigent business this morning, so the first item of business is to ratify the signature on change order number 1 from Idaho Fire and Flood. Is there any discussion on that? It's a $2,500 order.
What's that for?
Cleaning up our
Well, I wondered about that,
downstairs.
but I never saw a description on it, and I wondered if that's what it was the downstairs.
What had happened is that we'd gotten one bill, I thought, and then this come in and to try to get it paid and get them all taken care of.
And it was the flood from the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I figured that's what it was, but I never saw, there's
Yeah.
just nothing.
Just so we
not
could
much on it.
get a receipt
Okay.
from them, we wanted to
Yep.
get it paid off.
So we got it, we did sign it, so we just need to ratify that.
I'd make a motion to go ahead and ratify the signing of the
Okay.
water damage.
We have a motion on that. Is there any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Next item, Commissioner Bullock.
We have, again, the property that we have discussed before. I met with them again, and I said, we just need to on or off, and I said, why don't we order an appraisal? I said, it might surprise you what it is, especially with the growth around the area, and he said, yeah, that would be okay. So I told him we were gonna go ahead and proceed and at least get the appraisal so that then we can at least get to the table and figure out where we're going from there. So I guess that's what I'm requesting is a cost of appraisal. I did talk with Jason a little bit about it. He did recommend a couple, he said there wasn't many
Okay,
appraisers.
and before we
Yeah, and I'm not
go
talking about
too
any
far, I
names.
just want, if we need to go into executive,
Well,
so that this isn't out in the public yet, which it's on.
either way, we're gonna have to
I mean-
make a
I mean,
decision.
if we're just saying we want the appraisal,
Well,
I'm all for that, but if we go deeper in the conversation, I just-
Yeah, the only thing that I wondered if we make sure there's not a conflict of interest.
So I talked to Jason, and in the past, he's usually taken care of the appraisals on behalf of the board. So he did, one of those names, he did double check.
Okay,
He does not feel there would be a conflict of interest
Okay.
because it's distant cousins, if there is a relation, but the company has also got other
workers that would help them.
and so it could be a different name doing it as well.
And I would rather deal with somebody local than go
And
to
regular
Idaho
ones.
Falls. I wonder if there's a way that we can get a statement recognizing that there is no conflict of interest
Okay,
before we engage them.
I can mention that to Jason.
And at least, and I have no idea what it cost. I'd like to see them get us at least a preliminary estimate about what that would cost.
I'm trying to remember what we've paid in the past. It's not really been that much money, I didn't think.
Like $2,500.
Yeah,
Something like that.
and I wouldn't mind doing, say, up to a certain level, we'll approve it.
So
And
let's,
then if not, he has to come back and tell
Yeah.
what it'll be.
That way, at least we have a scope of where it is. But I think there's some crucial decisions that are facing us that I think that's the direction, in my opinion, I think that's the direction we need to go if we could. And they seem to be amiable to it.
well,
so-
then I would move that we order an appraisal up to $3,000 cost and have a letter of,
No conflict.
no conflict
Yeah.
included in that. And if it's more than that, come back and talk to us.
Yep.
Any discussion on that?
and put it under Jason.
Yes, and have
Yeah,
Jason.
I just seen Jason do that. I just wanted to bring it here and
Yep.
get that ball rolling forward.
Yeah, so, is that clear enough, Nancy? Okay.
Okay.
Any further discussion on that? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. With that, we are to resolution, look at this, 2026-1, 2, 3, and 4, which is salaries, alcohol licenses, increase micro purchase threshold for federal funds, and the authorized destruction of records. And Christie, would you just talk about that micro purchase threshold real quick, or Nancy?
That's actually the one that does that.
Okay, we just,
That is for the federal procurement laws. Their thresholds on their dollar limits are much lower than the states at, I think they raised it to 15,000.
This,
something.
I think this.
No, the federal
Oh, the
level,
federal
without
level,
doing
yes.
this. So that means anything that we use any federal grant funds for, we would actually have to do it, at least send it out to 3 people, that kind of bid versus what we're used to. So, and this is still lower than what Idaho is now, because Idaho made some changes, but at least it makes it easier and it will give less procurements having to actually be done,
Okay,
so.
okay.
And that threshold, you've got 50,000?
That's what the federal code allows, is up to 50,000, and Idaho's at 75 now, I think.
Yeah, Idaho 75.
And so, it's just to help alleviate some office work
Okay,
and try to be a little closer to where we already are, so but it's already a hard enough thing to say, hey, you have federal funds, we have to do more work, so.
okay. Great, thank you.
The one question I had on that, and I think we're just, but the one had a demotion. Was that voluntary or was it?
Oh, we're not on the SAR approval forms yet.
Well,
Right.
this is.
Oh,
That's
yes.
the resolution.
SAR
This is
approval
on the
form.
resolution one.
Yes, that was a disciplinary demotion.
Okay. So I mean, you don't see that very often, but salaries are going down, so,
Yes.
okay. That was my only question on that.
Okay, any
I'd
other?
make a motion to go ahead and approve resolutions for 2026, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay, we have a motion. Is there any further questions or discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And that takes us to signature only. We have an authorization to destroy documents and commissioners' proceedings, December 2025. Any discussion on those items?
When, how do we take care of that? Does somebody come and pick some of that stuff up? Do we take it?
The records?
Yeah.
If it's shred, we've got shred bins and.
Okay,
archives. If
that's-
it's not shred, then it just goes in a dumpster. So depending on.
These are all documents?
Any further discussion on that?
With that, I'll make the motion that we go ahead and sign the authorization to destroy those documents.
Okay, we have a motion. All in favor, say aye. 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 And the last thing on the agenda today is the consent agenda, which is essentially the minute certification for the meeting on December 30th, 2025, and that's it.
I'd make a motion that we approve the consent agenda.
Have a motion. All in favor, say aye.